And we're live. Welcome to Virtual Media Day 2020. This is the Agnes Scott Soccer edition of our interviews. We've got a packed house in here tonight. I'm going with the Penta box, which is the first time we're doing that. That's pretty exciting. In screen tonight, we got our new head coach, Mara Primmer. We have our graduate assistant, Kodie Johnson. We have senior Kaitlyn Staten and our sophomore Megan Selecky. I'm gonna have them all go around, introduce themselves. Oh, by the way, I am Josh Cornwall. I'm the assistant athletic director for communications at Agnes Scott College in Decatur, Georgia. So turn it over to you, Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara Primmer, the new head women's soccer coach at Agnes Scott.
I'm Kodie Johnson. I am the graduate assistant for soccer, and this will be my second year with the Agnes Scott Scotties.
I'm Kaitlyn. I'm a senior on the Agnes Scott soccer team at Agnes period. I've been playing, this will be my fourth year. I'm a captain and a defender and a psych major also.
Awesome. I'm Megan. I am a sophomore. I've been playing for Agnes Scott for 1 year only. And my major is biology.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for coming to the call tonight. Let's just jump right into things. So, as I was talking about with another team earlier, it's been a really weird year. I think that's pretty safe to acknowledge at this point. I think there's been varying degrees of things that have been hard, and we're all processing in our own ways. Unlike some of our spring, winter sports, you got to play your full season last academic year, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there wasn't any change. There's been a lot of change within the soccer program since we last saw you step off the field for the final time at the end of October in 2019. There was a lot of we made the postseason for the third season in a row. So, Kaitlyn, you've never missed a postseason appearance going into your fourth season. And I think it would be really easy to think that there might be like a dip in excitement or momentum with so much change within the program, both personnel and coaching staff. But just the sense I'm feeling from talking to people, both your new coaches and some players, that might not necessarily be the case. So do we want to talk about how things have shifted, maybe in terms of who's here, but maybe not necessarily shifted in how momentum is moving forward for the program?
Well, I can speak to this a little bit. I think that with the changes, I could tell throughout the team that when it was all happening at first, everyone was very frantic. Me personally, I was scared for soccer's future, but we were able to find an excellent coach, and we also have excellent new first years. So even with all the changes, and probably because of all the changes, we've had a lot of energy just to, want to play again, or to see each other, or to start, team bonding activities and things like that. So I definitely know that the team took a hit when, our season was postponed and we couldn't see each other on campus like we planned. But I think the changes sort of helped deflect that setback, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Kaitlyn, like almost 100%, because I remember how the long search was for the new coach, and during that time for me and other sophomores that I talked to, it was really uncertain, and it was kind of like, what's the point to do like workouts and things like that, but now I think that the energy has sort of shifted from being low and down in the dumps, to say, to a more like fired up, like, let's get going, let's do it, let's play some games, let's score some goals and things like that.
Coach, you've obviously been in a couple different stops, both Division II and Division III, and you kind of have seen how you do culture shifting, right? How do you come into a situation like this in the middle of all of this and install those same types of decisions where you're not necessarily dealing with tactical soccer, you're dealing with actual foundational work within the program?
Yeah, well, moving to a new state and a new college and a new team during the pandemic is definitely something I've never done before. But I think, what drives us all and what kind of that fluidity between that culture change, what we do at one school to the other, the specifics and how we do it will change depending on, who our players are. But I think behind it all is this growth mindset and making sure that we want to be better every day, and that, individually we're not comparing ourselves. We're making sure that, did we do better today than we did yesterday? And having that be our driving force and not these other parameters that, you might not be able to control. You can't control what a pandemic throws your way or anything like that. But what you can control is your attitude and your effort. And that is, kind of our foundation for our growth mindset. So what are we doing every single day to make ourselves better and in turn make our team and our program better? So really, that's looking forward. And, we speak with team on an individual basis weekly. And, I just had an individual meeting with Kaitlyn today about some more team building and team bonding, areas that we can do virtually. So the actual specifics are specific, to each team that we go to, but the foundation and how we build that is consistent with our mindset.
I guess, Kodie, this is your second year, and it's not very often that you have two different coaches during a graduate assistantship. I would say it's not super common. What are you kind of looking to do in your second year at Agnes in terms of learning, in terms of coaching, and how do you kind of insert yourself in even more of a leadership role, kind of knowing the ins and outs of what we have and the Agnes Scott experience?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of an adjustment having to go from one coaching style to another, but it's a great learning opportunity for myself and the players. And on like a pretty selfish level, this is being able to coach with someone like Coach Primmer is just going to help me progress in my coaching career. And in terms of leadership, I think I can just kind of bring my knowledge of like the personalities of the players, help Coach Primmer get to know them a little more, especially since she's not getting to meet them face to face right now. And that's definitely an adjustment for her because it's not fun coming in as a head coach to a team online. That's pretty difficult. But I'm really just looking for this year to kind of learn more of the ins and outs of the administrative side of things and just really kind of what it means to be a coach.
Awesome. Since we've had so much transition in terms of being in a digital space, it's pretty easy for us to get tired, right? Being in front of a screen and not having that personal interaction that even for us introverts, we're like, you kind of didn't realize how much you missed, like those like kind of touch points throughout your day, even if they were minimal or controlled. How do you kind of recreate that, or what are you doing to recreate some of that, just like player to player excitement and connectedness that is pretty easy to miss if you're not kind of staying engaged with it.
Can I speak? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Taking any space. So yeah, the first I guess like swing of things when we didn't really know what exactly was going on, or if we would be coming back, especially when it was like in the spring season when we were supposed to be like getting really fit and ready for the summer. The communication was really scattered, and for me personally, if I don't I have to push myself to interact. I'm very like self-isolation-esque person. Even though I find myself like really happy in cases like this, or when the team gets together for like team bonding and we all get to talk to each other and see each other even virtually, it definitely lifts my spirits. But I think I forget that because I'm pretty good at being by myself, right? So for me, my journey has been through this social distancing time has been to push myself to reach out to people, push myself to keep up the communication, because over a screen it can get really exhausting, and it can feel not the same. So maybe you don't even want to get into it, right? You don't want another FaceTime or another Zoom call, especially since classes are also on Zoom, right? But being able to put yourself in a space where you're going to interact with people that you love, people that you consider family, is always, it lifts my spirits personally. And from feedback from the team, I know that it lifts other people's spirits. And so you just have to push to make sure that you make time for each other.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to not get a good answer after that one. But personally, what I've been doing is FaceTiming some of the other teammates, and we like play a new game Among Us or whatever that game is.
Emergency meeting.
Right. And we do that for a couple of days out of the week so we can have some sort of interaction with each other, because I miss being with the whole team at lunch and dinner and talking to each other and laughing together. Even though I am sort of an introvert, I like to say, I don't really like talking to people. I'm shy, but once I get like comfortable with people, I like to have that interaction. And now that I don't, it's kind of hard, but I've been trying to do the best things that I can, like Kaitlyn said, pushing myself to reach out to people. I've reached out to all of the first years today, actually. So that was a good accomplishment for me.
Well, we'll get through through the heavy stuff. What are we excited about? What are we excited about moving forward as we hopefully have a spring season, and even beyond that? What are kind of things that you all point to as reasons for hope, both kind of on and off the soccer field?
I can answer that one.
Oh, you got it, Megan. You got it.
Yeah, I got it. But I'm really excited about Coach being new and getting to see the team and playing with all the first years. That's pretty much the most exciting thing for me, because I'm like, it's a new team, it's a new dynamic, and I'm ready to go. Like, I want to play now.
Running through a brick wall.
And also, we got these little athletic boxes, with the rollers and things like that. And that just made me also like so excited, even just to do things personally, because now I have more of a means to do it. And the little book, the little athlete dedication book, is really helpful to me. And it has some pretty inspiring little journal-esque activities. But yeah, definitely with the new coach coming in, especially because I'm a senior, and the main thing that I was thinking about is that this new coach is going to impact my season, but there are people who have seasons with this new coach many more than I will have. So I wanted to make sure, as we were going through interviews and I was talking with the team, that it was somebody that could carry on an Agnes Scott Soccer legacy and provide something for the future generation of Agnes Scott Soccer players that come after the seniors. And I think all the seniors were in agreement with that statement of looking for somebody who's going to obviously benefit our senior year, but provide more than this that we have right now. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to not only getting to the spring and seeing where we're all at and seeing each other, but also afterwards where this program goes.
So coaches, after hearing those statements, what are some things that are kind of reasons for hope for you as we move into a new season?
Well, maybe I'll just start. Kodie and I even today we were like, let's go for a walk to the field, and obviously beautiful weather down here, and walking around the field, looking, like the field's ready. It's like that shaded green. Pools are like, we just want to get started. We're excited to bring the team back, and I think selfishly, Kodie's gotten to work with them already. But I haven't, so it's something new, it's fresh. We don't have to start from scratch, but we are going to continue building and molding this, and so it's really exciting for me to start the process again. And the players have been away and they haven't been able to play, but also as a coach, like we haven't been able to coach. And I was in a state that we were on lockdown, so we didn't even get to go out and watch soccer or play it. So just being down here, being able to be outside, being able to go watch, recruits to bring into the program, and then have our team back on campus is really, really excited. Mostly just let's get outside, let's get started, let's get to play the game that we all love, and kind of really start our journey together.
It is.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's thinking back to all the stress that came from last fall, just from the ups and downs of the season. It's amazing how much you actually miss all of that stress. But I'm excited to see everybody. Obviously, the soccer piece is the best part of it. I mean, that's why I'm coaching, is for soccer. But just being able to see everybody and have true face-to-face interactions, that's what I'm looking for the most.
Well, before we wrap up, does anyone have any parting words or anything else to add?
I'm just super optimistic for everything that's in the future, and you just have to stay that way.
Yeah.
Optimism. It's a happiness magnet.
There you go. All right. Well, I just wanted to thank you all for joining me tonight, and looking forward to a great media day today.
Yeah.
And, we miss you all, and we'll hopefully have you back on campus here soon. So everyone take care, stay safe, stay well, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.